Any Muslim want to show us something miraculous in the Quran? I'm waiting. I took his call twice. He hung up twice. So don't tell me why. He's a kid. He's just trying to disturb us. He did that before. That's why I blocked him before too. This is the same kid who do that all the time. He's a silly, stupid idiot. Any Abdul? So from all the Abdul, we got nothing except a kid who just trying, supposedly he think he's smart, he's going to disturb us. We are laughing. This is a proof my point that Muslims, they have nothing to say. I cannot hear you. Okay, I will hang up. I'll call you back. I cannot hear you. I will call you back. Okay. Allah cannot hear us too, and he always hang up. You Muslims, you pray to Allah 5 times a day. When Muhammad, he says Allah, he come only in the 3rd part of the night to listen to you. So where your prayer is going? Have you ever heard of a God he receive a prayer only in certain time? So why you are praying at noon time if Allah is not listening? What about afternoon? What about evening? What about the morning? Actually, none of the time you pray Allah is listening. That's what Muhammad said. Read and laugh. And this is Sahih. Our Lord, the blessed, the exalted, descend every night at to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the later part of the night is left, and says, who supplicate to me so that I may answer him? Who asked me so I might give him? Now this is the only time he come. One of the funny thing about Muhammad, when he talk, Muhammad, he is a person, I like him. He cannot keep his mouth shut, and the more he talk, the more he make poo-poo. This is a poo-poo. Because if Allah is all hearing, all knowing, why he need to go down to the lowest heaven so he can know what we say and he can hear what we pray? Any Muslim can tell us? This is a miracle by itself. This is a scientific miracle. This is a proof that Allah is using not 5G, he is using 2G, and his antenna is not receiving the prayer. So Allah, he need to move from point A to point B, or sorry, 7 point after, down there, so he can receive your prayer. Well, tell Allah to change his router, and maybe the internet company. Don't buy a phone from a Afghan company. Never work. Buy it from America. Anyone can tell us why Allah he need to go every night? I feel sorry for Allah. Every night in the 3rd part of the night he come down. Okay, which part of the night? And here, by the way, Muhammad, he proved to us again that he think that the night is one time the whole day, which means he think the whole earth have the same time at the same time. You know what I mean? Like when it's 11 p.m. Muhammad, you think it's 11 p.m. everywhere. Otherwise, if what Muhammad is saying, that's mean Allah, he cannot even keep going to heaven, because he keep going up, going down, going up, going up. Because how many times there's a 3rd part of the night during the day? Any Muhammadan? That is a scientific miracle. The earth is flat. One-third part of the night, I don't know, you can calculate it, but you see, it's about like the 1/3 of the night. It's not cannot be fixed too, because the night can go longer and can go shorter. All right, so sometimes the night is 8 hours, sometimes the night is 7 hours, sometimes it is 10. Sometimes if you live in Alaska, or if you live in the North Pole, the night can be a few months. So what 3rd part of the night? That's stupid, isn't it? But here, by the way, that can explain why Muhammad in the Quran, he think that there is 2 east and there is 2 west. The reason Muhammad he think that there is 2 east and 2 west, because he noticed that, and everybody noticed, I mean, like timing change between winter and summer. So the sun rise in the winter differently from the sun rise in the winter time. So what Muhammad do you think? There's two east and there's two west. Do you see it, Muslims? This is not my fabrication, this is Quran. And you can't tell me this is da'if. And this is alone is a scientific discovery. So now we learn that we have two east and two west. The God of Islam, he could not explain why we have two time difference between the east and the in the winter and the east in the summer. So the conclusion is we have two east and we have two west. Well, nice to meet you, Mr. East. Two east. Any Muslim have a comment? Isn't this a scientific miracle? Absolutely, this is a scientific miracle. We have to agree. What else? Scientific miracle in the Quran. Let us see something else. Just for a laugh, you know. Do you know this program for a laugh? Okay, we go for the laugh. Quran and mountains. Quran and mountains. Okay, what Quran says about mountains? Let us see. A book entitled The Earth is basic reference textbook of many universities around the world. One of the two author, Professor Emeritus Frank Press, and this is what the Muslim, by the way, do. They quote for you some scientists to make the article science article. That will convince you more. And then advisor, blah 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 blah. Okay, blah, 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 okay. And then his book says that mountains have underlying roots. The mountains have underlying roots, and that roots are deeply have shaped. And see how it is in the figure in front of us. Okay, this is in the Quran, brother. Have we not made the earth as a bed and the mountains as bridges? But look what he just said. The Quran claim that Allah, he placed the mountains in the top of the earth and he inserted them in the earth. Is that what the scientist says? Absolutely false. Mountains are coming from inside the earth. They are not something placed as a rock in the top of the earth. So look what the Muslims do. They say to you, okay, here it says that the mountain has pitches, but he will not tell you that Allah, he said, and we place the mountains on the earth. We place it. Let us go to the Quran so we can laugh together. All right. Let's see here. All right. There's many verses actually, but we want to try to choose something so clear, so you will not be confused. Here we go. Here they say, and firmly fixed mountain in the translation. That's not true. It says وَالْجِبَالُ أَرْسَاهَا. It's mean the Jibal, it is laid down. He laid down the mountains on the top of the earth. Let us show you another verse. Chapter 88, verse number 19. And the mountains, how they are built in the top of the earth, not fixed. Let us change the translation and you will see how the translator play with the game, you know, with the meaning. Always they play with the meaning. Firmly fixed. Until now we are stuck with firmly fixed. It is C Shakir. Firmly fixed. Look like those, they copy each other. They are not translating really. They are a scam. Let us see. This guy is better. How the mountain were hosted. But even this one is not true. And look here, it says, and how the earth outstretched. The fact it doesn't say that. It says how the earth was flattened. Translation, how the earth was made vast expanse. False. Here, how the earth was spread out. False. It says as a flat, not spread out. So each one of them he give you different translation for the same verse. However, let us go to different verses and see more. How the mountains are created. Actually, let us go and ask Muhammad for help. Muhammad, he can help us to get them busted. Muhammad, he said, not me, and this is Sahih. Allah the Exalted, the Glorious, created the clay on Saturday, and He created the mountains on Sunday. Did you hear, guys? The mountains are created on Sunday. So the mountains are created by itself. And then He created the trees, and then He on Monday, and He created things in Thailand labor in Tuesday, and He created the light in Wednesday, and He created the animals, or He caused the animals to spread in Thursday, and He created Adam in the last day, and the total is 7, which is against the Quran, because the Quran says 6 days. However, here you will see that according to Islam, mountains are created by itself, and that absolutely false. That is absolutely false, because the mountains are not created by itself. The mountains, actually, it is nothing but either volcano or the pressure of the tectonic plates, where the pressure causes the ground to go up and grow. Mountains are not fixed, even they grow by height, they bend in the location. This is why mountains, they keep growing, like Himalaya, they keep growing. They are not shrinking, they are growing. So when Muhammad he made this statement here, and the Muslim they made this statement, they help us to expose how the creation according to Allah happened. You know, always when I look at the Muslim claim, the best thing about it, it make us read the verses which maybe we did not give attention to it, and by reading them we will be able to expose Islam better. As simple as that. According to Muhammad, even the mountains are Muslims, and even Allah he offered the mountains to convert to Islam, but the mountains refused. And what to convert to Islam mean? Allah spoke to the mountains, and the mountains answer. In chapter 79, verse number 32, if we go and read the interpretation, let us do that, just to show you how they try to avoid a disaster. We go to tafsir. Actually, first let us go to the verse which they are quoting. Let us read that verse and read the interpretation so we can laugh together. So we go to chapter 7, verse number 78. Sorry, chapter 78, verse number 7. All right, we are opening the tafsir. All right. This is the Muslim interpretation for the verse. We will put it in the screen. And this is Tafsir al-Jalalain. And the mountains, pidges. The mountain itself is a pidges, not the mountains have pidges, which tied the earth down like a tent, are tied down with pidges. So what the Quran is claiming is that Allah, He put the mountains in the top of the earth so the earth will not move. How we can prove that? That's very simple. Let us go to the Quran. In chapter 16, verse number 15, it says, and Allah has cast into the earth mountains, not farm hills. That is not going to quack not with you. So Islam preach in the Quran the science of Allah, that Allah, He placed the mountains to fix the earth from moving. Why? Because the earth is like a carpet. But the science they showed us in the article, it says that mountains have roots. For sure they have roots. They are coming from the ground. They are not placed in the top of the ground. But the Quran says Allah cast on the earth. Change the translation. Or let us say the translator, sorry, because all of them, they are lying as usual. Look, the hills became mountains. It was hills a second ago. And He has affixed into the earth mountains. Is that what science teach? So one verse in the Quran proved that all what they say to us about science, how the mountains are created, is wrong. Because science don't agree that the mountains is something placed in the top of the earth. Correct? Let us go to different verse. We are not done. We have more jokes. If we go in the Quran, we will find this. And we placed firm mountains on earth. Guys, do we need to make it more clear now that Islam teach that Allah, He placed mountains in the earth? So when the verse they quote for us says that the mountain like pidges, now we understand. Allah, He placed mountains like pidges in the top of the earth. There was an earth, and then He placed some rocks in the top of it, and He inserted the rocks like nails. But this is absolutely false. This is not how mountains are generated, neither how it is created. Can we make it more clear than this? What we will do more? It's a fraud. Those scientific miracle is nothing but a fraud. Who's next? Who is a Muslim want to give us one? Who is a Muslim want to give us another miracle? Something he's proud about. Any Muslim? Who is a Muslim? He have a miracle of his choice, so we can talk about it. What do you think about Imam al-Mahdi? What Imam al-Mahdi is a joke. There's nothing is called Imam al-Mahdi. It's a fabrication of the Shia. Imam al-Mahdi is born of a woman. Her name is Narjis, and he is born from the side of her leg. and he's born, and his penis is circumcised, and his poo-poo is like musk, and his pee is like Pepsi Cola. What, Mahdi? This is a joke. You stupid people believe in any garbage. You have to be certified idiot to believe in those stories. Do we have any Muslim here have a miracle for us? Any miracle of your choice. Anyone? No, even Mr. Bean, he will not come with such a stupid thing like this. A sheikh, he challenged me, he is shaking. I don't know, he never show up. As you see, I'm here almost every day, sometimes even twice a day. We don't see sheikh, we don't see shika, we don't see shuku. Mahdi, you know how to use Google. Just type how the Mahdi was born. He's not born of a vagina, because no way, come on, he's a Mahdi. Are you kidding me? There's no way he will come from a vagina. I'm so glad he did not come from her nose. Any Abdul, you have any miracle? Any miracle of your choice. Just choose anyone. Marco, what Marco? Is he a Muslim, this guy Marco? Is this guy is a Muslim? I don't want just people to call me, I want Muslims. Anyone? So where is the miracles? All of them, they are false. And look at this verse here. And we made the sky a secure canopy. The Muslim, they say to you, this is the atmosphere. We answered that, right? That Allah, he showed your ass if you try to go out of the earth. And why the shaitan, they try to go out of the earth? Who remember? Why the shaitan, he tried to go to heaven? Who remember? Let's see the science of Quran. Who remember why shaitan tried to go to the heaven? What is the purpose? Anyone remember? To hear, to spy at Allah. I mean, this is science. Here we go, the Russian spying at the American. Have you ever heard that Allah, he made the sky a protected roof? So shaitan, he cannot steal information. However, still shaitan will be able to steal, but not all of them. So look, this is the protected roof. The Muslim, they try to make it as the atmosphere. وَلَقَدْ جَعَلْنَا السَّمَاءَ بُرُوجًا وَزَيَّنَّاهَا لِلنَّاظِرِينَ. And we made the sky zodiac decoration as a beauty for the beholder. But this is stupid, because what we see, the sky, the stars we see in the sky, I mean, not even maybe 1 of billions % of what is real, what is exists there. So there's no way that the stars are, this is the purpose of their existence. Allah, he have other purpose, and we have guarded it. Which one? The near heaven, the lowest heaven. But remember, the Muslim, they say that this is the atmosphere, but no, the near heaven, we showed you in different verse where it says that this is where Allah, he created the stars. All right, except the devil who tried to gain hearing by stealing, he will be pursued by a flaming of fire. The Muslim, they say this is the atmosphere. So what the Quran is saying, it's not the earth protected, it is the sky protected. It's the opposite of the atmosphere. Are you getting the point? Let us do some drawing. What we can do, we have to. In the atmosphere, if we say that this is the earth, let us make the earth brown. This is the earth. All right, and then we have the atmosphere in the sky. We will make it a blue. So what the atmosphere is, that the atmosphere protecting the earth from the outside element, like ray, like meteor. If they go through the atmosphere, they will be burned. What the Quran is saying is the opposite. Allah protect the sky, not the earth. So if you try to go out of the earth, Allah will shoot your ass, not the opposite. If you try to go out of the earth, going out of the sky, Allah will shoot you. Star War. So it is the opposite direction protection from what it's called atmosphere. Are you getting it? So the shaitan tried to go out of the earth, and when he tried to go out to the heaven so he can steal at Allah in the bedroom. And by the way, it looked like Allah, he speak to himself. Once I was in the airport and there was a guy next to me in the bathroom, and this guy having a full conversation with himself. You can tell, I mean, there's no way there's somebody with him. He's talking like, you know, talking normal conversation, you know. And I was saying, Lord have mercy. Look like Allah, he have a conversation with himself, and shaitan, otherwise Allah talking to who? Even Muslim, they say angels cannot even see Allah, and they receive their orders from the tablet of Allah, not from Allah directly. So Allah talking to who? And then when the shaitan tried to steal Allah, he shot him by a star. So look, what is a fairy tale in the Quran, the Muslim, they try to make out of it a scientific miracle. Do we have any Muslim want to say anything? And not only that, don't forget the chapter where it says noon, sorry, Qaf. Anyone remember Qaf? I mean, Qaf alone, it's a big science. Let us see what Qaf is. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called Qaf. What is Qaf? Read carefully with me and laugh. This is the interpretation of the cousin of Muhammad. He says, and from his narration in the authority of Ibn Abbas, he said, in the interpretation of Allah saying Qaf, he said Qaf is an azure mountain overlooking this world, and the color of the sky is taken from it. Allah swear by it. Do you see it? So according to the Islam, we have a mountain, it's called Qa, and this mountain is surrounding the earth, and the reason we don't see it, very simple, it's blue, the same color of the sky. Actually the sky itself, it take its color from this mountain. That is a pure science too. Actually there's many scientists that discover this mountain. I have many rocks in my house from that mountain. This is why we cannot see them. The sky is taking its color from that mountain. This is a cartoon movie. They try to make it science. Any mountain, any Abdul have anything to say? Any Abdul have an objection? What do you think? We have to admit Islam is full of science. Anyone? Nobody, anyone can call me, but you have to be a Muslim. Are you a Muslim, my friend? If you are a Muslim, you can call me. If not, no. Anyone? I'm sure a lot of you are converting to Islam right now. Choose any chapter for you in the Quran of your choice, the best of your choice, and we will see that the Quran is a stupid book. Anything, choose any. Just say this is the book. I want to, I want to show you a miracle. Show me anything. You cannot find. Mahdi, he cannot find. A Shia, he cannot find what his religion is about. So what I will do? Any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan want to say something to us? We are trying just to find a decent Muslim. I hope I'm not insulting by saying that. Because Muslims get offended by anything. If you say decent Muslim, get offended. If you say liars, they get offended. It doesn't matter what you say. Anyone? Let us see. Hmm. All right. You said to me where we can find that he was born. He is born from the side of his mother thigh, her leg. Here we go. This is mentioned in the book of Biharul Anwar. It says, uh, وهي بأنه يولد من الفخذ وأذكر لك ما النص etc. He says, and then he continues saying that the prophet, he said, we the people of like the imams, we are not born of the belly of our mother, but we are carried in the side, and we are not coming out of the womb, we are coming out of the thigh of the leg, the right one, and from our mothers, because we are made of the light of Allah. Do you see it? Okay, this is in the book